Hello! Today I want to show you the difference between a good HDR game and a bad HDR game. First of all, our setup, we set the NVIDIA panel to RGB limited. Like I said in my video before, RGB limited high or low. And we set the television to black low. So this is our basic setting. And now I'm starting a really good HDR game, Marvel Avengers. So first of all, we have to set HDR in Windows. That's the problem. Most of the games can't activate HDR by themselves. It's really poor from the developer, but it is so. So we have to enable HDR. Then we can start the game and we can activate HDR. So first I'm starting the game in SDR, so you can see the difference. Okay, now you can see my on-screen menu from come on. So here it is. You can see my on-screen menu and the fonts are orange. It's the OSD on-screen menu from Afterburner. So this game is now in SDR BT709. Come on. Okay, we go to settings. And now we're activating HDR. Now you can see the fonts from my OSD screen are totally red. That's because now the game is using the Rec 2020 gamut and is sending out really HDR colors. It's sending the metadata to the television and everything is perfect and it looks really cool, this game. It looks amazing. So this is a good HDR implementation. Now we're taking another example. We're starting Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Come on. Yes, all right. Now we're going to the options, calibration, and we can see HDR is off, our fonts are orange, and the television is in, okay, because we have enabled HDR in Windows, it shows us HDR. But it's not HDR, it's still in SDR. Now we're activating HDR in the game. Going back, yes. Now it's turning on HDR. And you can see the fonts are still orange, but not so colorful like before. So what's going on? The game is not in HDR. It's just expanding the SDR colors to the peak limit to the television. When you play in SDR, normally your television is calibrated to 100 nits, and the peak brightness of the game will be 100 nits. Now we have activated HDR, and the television will go to 700 nits, and the game's peak is now 700 nits. But there's no HDR information. It just expands the dynamic range from SDR to HDR, but it will not switch to Rec 2020 or send any metadata. So if it would send metadata, this fonts will be red, because the on-screen menu is still in SDR, and it can't switch to HDR, so the fonts will be getting red in HDR. And yes, at this point you can see it's still SDR, just the brightness is maxed out to the peak brightness of the television. This is a problem with Red Dead Redemption, with Men of Medan, with Little Hope and some other games. So at this point you can see, is the game HDR or SDR. So this game is SDR, and I will play it in SDR because I don't want fake HDR. For everybody who wants to play it in HDR because he likes the brightness, there's something to do more with these fake games. What do you have to do? We go to the game, and now you can't see it on the camera because the ISO level is too low. No, we can't see it. Everything is dark. One moment. Okay, we're raising. So. Okay. It's a little bit too bright. One step back. Okay, 3 is okay. Now you can play the game, but there's no black anymore. Everything that was black is now gray, like on the cheapest LCD television. What you can do about it in those games: switch to your NVIDIA control panel or AMD and set your PC to RGB full. Okay, now there's a problem. So we've set the PC to RGB low, full, and the television is still in RGB low, so black low, and this will correct the HDR failure, this which occurs when you're playing fake HDR games. So now black is black, the contrast is again, you have contrast again, you can play the game. I hope it helps you, it will fix your game, and thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more tips and tricks, and have a good time. Bye.